Hello, everyone. Just let's give 1 more minute for people who are late to join, and then we will start. Thanks for waiting. Okay, so let's start. Thank you for joining our webinar of adapting the technological shift. So this is a webinar we want to present how our services has adapted the transition that Microsoft is releasing with the Wave 2 release. So today's agenda is that I will present very shortly of what are the Wave 2 release, what is included in it, what are the technological shift, and what are the changes. And then we will go into the presentations of how we have adapted this change within our services. It is of a great analyzer as well. We are releasing a new service called CL2 Extension Analyzer, and 1 more additional service for the extension maintenance subscription. So today in the webinar, we have me. I am Martynas Butrimanskas. I am an NAV Business Central Department Manager. And today with me is as well Andrius Chivas, Ugnius Ignatavičius, and Jonas Mikalkėnas, who are the team leads in my department, and they are managing the services related to the upgrades and all the Business Central services. So as proposed in the agenda, let's start for what is new in the Business Central Wave 2 release. So Microsoft is working very hard to release new changes to go to the SaaS direction, and what they have done is quite a lot of changes that is service fundamentals. So what users, customers, and partners really need in order to use the system efficiently. So they are introducing few services that are for the support that helps for the customers and partners. As well, they are releasing new features such as log-free number series, where the users can post simultaneously documents using the same number series and would not get the lockdown. As well, it will be possible to run fewer tasks in the background so that you can have responsive screen and the calculations are done in the background. And as well, we are introducing a surrogate key in each table that will really help for doing the integrations. With the 2019 release Wave 2, users will only be able to access the Business Central using modern clients. It is a web client, it is a tablet client, and as well a phone client. So this will be the first version where users will not be able to use Windows client, and this will have some challenges for the upgrading to this release, as there will be some additional redesigns needed for the visual part of the client. As well, for the modern clients, Microsoft is releasing a lot of new features and improvements like shortcut keys on actions, navigation bar, reports filtering, multitask across multiple pages, and many more. The next technological shift for the Wave 2 release is that Microsoft has converted the full application into the AL language, and not only the extensions now will be developed in the Studio Code, but as well the customizations will have to be done in the same environment and there will be no all the development environment available. So the C side is disappearing. And to make that, Microsoft as well had to do some of the reimplementation in the system layer. So they have created, it's called system application, and it is a fundamental interface for the application. What does it mean for the upgrades and the partner? It means that there will be a lot of breaking changes, and you, the partners, will have to do a lot of reimplementation of the code to make the application compile. But this step was necessary in order to allow Microsoft to move faster and to focus on the base app implementation. And with this said, I would like to give a word to Ugnis, who will present the changes that we have made in the Upgrade Analyzer. So Ugnis, please share your screen and use the demo.
Yes, okay. I'm sharing my screen. I think everyone can see it now. So what I'm going to show, it will be a demo, how to request upgrade service for Wave 2 release, a bit of our technical statuses, what we are showing to you, and how we are doing a bit assessment, and when you start analyzing your proposal, and a bit demo of Analyzer, where our upgrade services are in the one place, and you can choose the best path for you and see all the prices in one page. So first, you need to log in to our OneClickFactory.com website. I already did it, and by going to my projects, you need to create a new project. At your first login, the project list will be empty. So when we create a new project, you can add a lot of services what we offer, but right now I'm talking about upgrade for NAV. I'm going to add the service. Our submission form comes in, which is quite easy to understand. We need to select the current base objects version of your customer and the new database version to which you are going to upgrade. I'm going to submit a Wave 2 release estimate. Then a few mandatory things you need to enter is database size. If you want to do a data migration with us, some add-ons if you have right now, extensions, and the mandatory is to upload a POP file for us of your customer solution. You can write some comments. I want an upgrade. Yeah, and submit it to us. We are going to get an email, and your status will be submitted for estimate. About the statuses, you can go through help, upgrade for NAV. These are all descriptions of our services, what you do, and there is learn how to use our statuses. So ready to configure is when we are in the submission form. Upgrade request received when we submit the estimate, and then we are going to do some internal things to assign people which are going to do the estimate. They are starting to run with our automated tools. Then after automations and estimation process, we are releasing analysis to the website, and you are getting an email that you are invited to use Upgrade Analyzer, and status would be ready for analysis. I already did all those things in the background, and now I'm ready for analysis. I have the estimate, and clicking to it, I am opening our upgrade analyzer. For those who see this analyzer for first time, we will offer 5 paths to upgrade to Business Central Wave 2 release. And I'm going to talk only about on-premise targets. First is the clean start option. We are going to move only tables, change tables fields and new tables in the new version. We are going to do a data migration to on-premise version, and we give 1 month of free warranty to fix any bugs. There are also additional services, a scope clarification workshop to create your custom proposal if our standard is not sufficient to you. Maybe you could add some additional things. We could do also live data migration to on-premise version in 1 weekend, and you can add a test environment on our Azure services. There is another standard upgrade option when we will move all data and all customizations to the new version. So you see the scope in the objects upgrade description. For example, in this estimate, we have 80 objects to use custom. We will bring them as is. 71 doesn't exist in new version. We need to search new places to implement them. And 1000 to merge to the same version and apply changes to work with new version. We identify add-ons in the add-on list. You can change the add-on upgrade actions. Replace means we will replace add-on current version with new version. Delete, yeah, it's the less explainable version. We are deleting the add-on. It won't be in the new version. And upgrading cases, we will see add-on as customization and bring forward all customizations to the new version. These add-on also have explained upgrade actions a bit below. Also, there is a data migration action if you want to delete data or migrate. I'm not going to do changes. There are also comments, standard comments to object upgrade that we are what we are including and we are not including. Please read them, and if you have questions, you can call us with sales representative and we will explain them to you. Then a new service appeared. Moving to Wave 2 release is a web client redesign service because, like Martina said, only web client will be used, and we should inspect and implement all limitations related which are working in are working in Windows client and not working in web client. Then in standard proposal, we are giving upgrade to event service. You can, if you don't want it, you can delete it or add it. And we are inspecting all code modifications in standard and moving them to subscribers. Then test data migration also on-prem, like we do in the clean start. We give a standard test environment for 3 months and warranty also for 3 months. The additional services solution cumulative update, if upgrade goes more than 2 or 3 months, catch up with newest Microsoft cumulative update after upgrade. Word to Jonas to talk about SaaS target client.
Hello everyone. So I'm working with Business Central SaaS, software as a service, and now I will tell about free options, free services, how one Factory can help you to reach this Eldorado, this Business Central SaaS with your customer solutions. So first option is third one in our tool is Clean Start SaaS. So similarly, as Ugnius told about on-premise, so we are moving outdated NAV solutions to Business Central SaaS, moving only standard data without any customizations. Customizations can be added after. So this service has test data migration when we are migrating test database using. First, we upgraded to Business Central latest on-premise build, and after we are setting up intelligent cloud tool to migrate everything to SaaS tenant. And then afterwards, we can do live migration and warranty, of course. So if any need for development exists, we can develop some extensions afterwards as a change request. So yeah, so this is Clean Start option. Okay, so next option is upgrade. So upgrade to SaaS is again is similar as Ugnius told about upgrade on premise. So first, what we need to upgrade solution to latest Business Central on-premise version. So what we do then, we are doing scope clarification workshop, then object upgrade, web client redesign afterwards. Then we upgrading all customizations to events. And afterwards, yes, we are going to re-implement all limitations to extensions. Yeah, and after conversion to extensions, redesign, we are able to upload solution to SaaS tenant, and afterwards we can set up intelligent cloud sync tool again, and in this way your solution would be moved to SaaS. So this solution is okay for simpler, for not very complicated solutions, and when we are able to recreate everything to extension in one step. And what we do when we cannot do it, so we have third option that is combined. This is phase transition from two phases. So first we are doing upgrade to on-premise into first phase, and afterwards we can do migration to SaaS with upgrade. But in this case, time interval between those phases can be bigger, from several months to years. It depends on complexity, and we need to choose phase transition in the cases when our solution is heavily customized and we have budget limitations. It's too complicated to do it. When we have no possibility to move everything using events to extensions, and we need to request from Microsoft to create new standard publishers to be able to move some code modifications. And when we cannot manage with integrations, when integrations are not supported by SaaS, cannot be re-implemented easily using web services, and we need more time for implementation. So in this case, for phase transition, first we do a phase that is equal to upgrade on-premise phase. So we upgrade solution with the same steps as you can see, all of them named phase 1. So it's the same steps like upgrade on premise. We upgrade solution to latest Business Central on-premise version. So with all object upgrade, the client redesign, moving solution to events, and then we doing data migration to on-prem version. And when everything is tested, we can go live and let customer live with this solution for some time. So afterwards, we are going for phase 2. So we are waiting for Microsoft new standard publishers if needed. We are redesigning our extensions. We're preparing everything, re-implementing, and then going to Business Central SaaS upgrade, like we had upgrade to SaaS. So this is combination of 2 other services, and in the result, we have customer solution fully migrated to Business Central SaaS. So phase transition is good when we need to manage risk and to make a safer journey to Business Central SaaS.
Okay. So I have, Jonas, a question for you. So you said you can request publisher events from Microsoft. So when are you doing that in the phase transition approach?
Yes, when we are moving customizations to events, and then we see that some of customizations cannot be moved, that we have limitations in the code, that standard events are not existing so where we expect. So then we are able to request to Microsoft and to expect it in the next big release of Business Central. So it can take from several months to almost 1 year, yeah. And in such way we can resolve limitations and have solution ready in phase 2.
Okay. And can you open the phase transition as well once more? And I see some of the services does not have price. Is it for free?
No, just this price is time and material part. Yeah, so we can only have a preliminary effort calculated. So during extension scoping workshop, we try to understand how big is the implementation, but usually we offer time and material service, and afterwards we see how much time we used.
Okay, thanks. And Ugnius, I have one question for you as well. So I was mentioning that there is a technological shift and there will be no seaside available, only the Visual Studio Code. So how it will happen in the upgrade project? So where can I see the price for this shift? Is it included in other services or is it separate?
Yeah, so going to on-premise via writing everything to object upgrade via merging the code to the base app, because you cannot create extension while you have any modification in the standard tool. For example, if standard uses a field which is custom field and field is in the extension, it cannot be used in the customization and code won't work. So you need, firstly merge everything to on-prem and fix all left code which cannot be moved to events, and everything is in the fixed price for it. Of course, to create an extension is not an option, because if there are any customizations, like I said, the creation to extension is not possible.
Okay, so as I understand, this technological shift is included in this full upgrade price, and the partners don't need to worry about that. It's two different development environments.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Ugnius. So now I would like Andris to present our new release of the self-service, which is called CL2 Extension Analyzer. So Andris, please do that.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Andris, and I'm really excited to present the new service we are launching next week. It's called CL2 Extension Analyzer, and actually it accumulates more than 2 years of our experience of consulting over 50 partners, of moving their solutions from CL to the extensions. And the result of the service is the Excel report with a detailed list of identified conflicts that need to be resolved to move your solution from CL to the extension. And this report could be used further for evaluating the high-level scope and effort needed to transition to extension. It also can be used as a tool to plan your transition for the bigger solutions, and also as a tool to create the sourcing packages for third-party companies to help you with the transition process if you do not have enough capacity. Okay, so with that said, let's see how it works. So I have to be on our website, and I have to be as the registered user there, which I already log in. I need to create a new project. Okay. Let's create a new project. Okay, so once the project is created, I need to add a new service, and I need to select CL2 Extensions Analyzer from the available services OneClick Factory has to offer. Once the service is added, it's time to configure it, and the configuration is pretty simple. You just need to upload the files of your solution. There are a couple of requirements for the uploaded files. So first requirement is that CL2 Extensions Analyzer can analyze the solutions of NAV version 2013 R2 or later. And the second requirement is that the standard objects, standard NAV objects, has to be included into the FOB file. And additional hint is that the current version of tool does not, well, it identifies all third-party add-ons as your customizations. So therefore, to avoid additional costs and additional analysis outcome, necessary analysis outcome, we recommend to remove the third-party add-ons from the analyzed solution. Okay, so the FOB file has been uploaded, and it's time to submit the solution. Once solution is submitted, it goes to the automated analysis, and the results of analysis are presented to you within 1 business day. So I already run the analysis on other projects, and we see we are on the next stage of the process, and we have the price of Extension Analyzer report, and we can download the free overview of our analyzed solution. let's do that. Okay, so the free overview, in free overview, you can find the price of the report, which depends on the complexity of your uploaded solution. We have the summary of objects with standard and new objects identified, and also the summary of conflicts identified in each type of the object. We also have the summary of the complexity of the conflict resolutions, and we also have the rough estimate for the total transitioning project to the extension. Okay, so after reviewing this report, I get additional insights needed to make my decision whether to proceed forward and purchase the report. And let's do the purchase. So by adding the reports to cart. So after report is added to cart, it can be purchased by credit card, wire transfer, or it can be purchased by clicks as well. So in this case, I will purchase a report with clicks and proceed to checkout. Click order. Okay, after payment is successful, we can get back to our report. Okay, and now it's ready to download. So the download button becomes available, and once I click, I can download the report. And you see there is additional version identifier next to the download button. It is for a specific reason. So we will constantly improve our knowledge base and analysis engine of the report, and you will be able to regenerate the report for submitted objects for 1 year period after the purchase. Okay, so let's look into how the detailed report looks like. So it has a couple of sheets. So first sheet comes with a detailed list of findings. So in this case, I have more than almost 2,000 issues conflicts identified. So each conflict is identified by the object it belongs to. Also, it has description of relevant extension limitation and also relevant resolution advice to resolve the conflict. For code modifications, we provide the closest event publishers with proximity, how many lines of code, how many lines from our custom code the event publisher is. And this would help to better evaluate the feasibility of moving the custom code to the events. Okay, so we have a couple of additional columns to identify and analyze the conflict. So we have the standard and custom properties or code. So therefore, I would easily could more easily spot and evaluate the nature or cause of the conflict. And the rest location, it usually is the property of the trigger or function. It also allows us to better identify the conflict. Then we have the estimates column, estimates section, which was the estimate for the estimate in minutes for each conflict. And then we have the planning section to identify the complexity and the relevant transition step where to resolve the issue. Then we have a summary tab, which would help you to have a better overview of the effort needed to transition to the extension. We have a list of issues and effort for each of the stage to transition to the extension. There are two stages with the number of steps. So the first stage is transition from CL to extension on premise with the relevant steps, and the second stage is transition to extension on Business Central SaaS with relevant steps as well. So you could apply it for your solution. We also have additional lines of effort to evaluate the administration effort needed for the transition to have the better picture of overall effort needed to transition to the extension. And then we have the estimates in 3 tiers. So first tier is the straightforward implementation. That means that it's technical tasks with already defined best practices to resolve, and estimates in this column are pretty accurate. And then we have 2 columns for the reimplementation, for the conflicts that require implementation. And these efforts are the design effort and also reimplementation effort itself. These estimates are not very accurate, but it's anyway better than nothing to have the overall picture of your full journey to transition from CL to the extension. Okay, so that's all I wanted to show for today. So back to you, Martynas.
Yes. Okay, let me see how can I share the screen again. Just a second. Okay, so we saw the upgrade analyzer update. We saw the CL2 Extensions Analyzer introduction to you. And now we have another new service that we are going to release. It's called the Extension Maintenance Subscription. And once again, I will ask Andrius to do a very short presentation of this service.
Okay. So thank you. So having the customizations in the Dynamics 365 Business Central means that on SaaS means that you would need to constantly adapt to the changes done in the new releases of Business Central. And Business Central comes with 12 minor and 2 major releases per year. And it's not possible to keep the customer on the Business Central release older than 1 release from the current. So that means that there is a quite tight window to upgrade all your existing customers in Business Central. And the major versions usually comes with breaking changes. And now the we see that Business Central is in the stage of very heavy refactoring, and that the probability of breaking changes in upcoming future would be very big. So there are well, close to the breaking changes like obsolete fields or code moved to other places. There are also some silent breaking changes like the expansion of fields, which will allow to compile and deploy your solution. And at the first hand, it will, at the first look, it will look very well until somebody will enter the longer name into the field, and then you would have the bug identified in your solution, and you would need to respond to the changes fast. So what's the solution? The solution is to constantly monitor for the upcoming releases, and it's best achieved by having the high level of automation. And therefore, as ISV Development Center, staying on top of all changes, we see that we could bring a lot of value to our partners by offering the extension maintenance subscription, and it comes with quite attractive benefits for our partners. So the service is applicable for customers, for partners having their solutions on the app source, and also for the customers having their solution for as per tenant extensions for their customers. It's a fixed price monthly fee. That means that the partner is secured to the scope of changes coming with each next release of the Business Central. So we would run automated tests for each minor release, and also manual integration test for each major release. And if we would identify the breaking changes, we would automatically provide the patches for your team. And if the changes require the functional implementation, we would also be glad to consult you how to better implement that. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Andres. So to summarize everything what we have showed today, so we have this very nice slide. So first we have reviewed the updates for the upgrade analyzer. So we showed that we are ready for the upgrades to Business Central Wave 2 release. We will support the requests from the October 8th. It is our internal release cycle, not October 7th, but October 8th. So if you will request the analysis of your upgrade, you can request it after the October 8th, and you will see the view that Ugnis has showed today. So we will do all the work. We will include all the work to go into the Business Central Wave 2 release, meaning convert to the AL, do the web client read, and all the efforts needed. And it will be, as always, a fixed price. As well, in the upgrade analyzer, you saw that we will support a lot of migration into the SaaS version. In this picture, it's not visible, but yeah, we will support the upgrade to SaaS, including the creation of the extension, and as well a new approach called phase transition, where we would do that in 2 phases. And this would bring a big value for the solutions that are more complicated. And this value comes from the chance that you can request publishers from Microsoft, that we would be doing in this case. Another features that we have showed you today is a new upcoming release for our analysis services of the CL2 Extension Analyzer. So it will be a full self-service. You upload the solution for the analysis, our tools run, and you get the output. So you get quite a nice summary for free that you can review and make your decision whether you want to continue to the purchase or not. And the last one message we showed you today is that we care not only about putting you into the Business Central SaaS, but we as well care to maintain you there. So we want to make sure you are focusing on your customers and not on the maintaining the solution. So we are here to help you with our fixed price proposals for extension maintenance service. So all of these three services will go live on October 8th. So you will be able to see and request the services through our website. As well, we are attending the Directions EMEA event and we are sponsors there. We will have our booth, so you are very welcome to come and visit us. We can chat and conversation about each of the services we have described and even more. All of the team that was speaking today will be present. So if you have questions regarding Upgrade Analyzer or CL2 Extension Analyzer or extension maintenance or migration to SaaS, so we will be able to have in-depth conversations with you. And as well, during Directions EMEA event, we will be releasing just a demo campaign that we could migrate your customers' data into the Business Central for free, and you can use that outcome for a presentation proposed for your customers. We would give you one login for the web client, so there would be customer data, and instead of doing demos with a Kronos or something different, you would have a bigger value doing this to your customers with their data. So you can come to us and have a chat about this new temporary offering as well. And this year we will have a very big number of sessions that we will be presenting. So there are actually 7 sessions. So I encourage you to come and listen to our best practices and what knowledge we have gained about transition to SaaS, about Azure, and all other things that you can see. So mark in your calendars and visit us and listen to our presentations during the Directions event. Okay. So thank you for attending the webinar. As I mentioned, if you have any additional questions or you want to try out our services, you can go into our website and look into these services presented. They will be available from October 8th. We have a lot of services available now as well. So if you have anything you would like help, you can visit the website today. So in case of any questions, please contact us, and thank you for attending the webinar.